One of the challenges of understanding metaphysics is where to begin. Because generally, when someone's having a conversation about metaphysics, oh boy, they're in the grand theorizing already. Whether they're having a religious conversation or they're talking about string theory or the theory of the Big Bang, they're out there. So in metaphysics, as a formal study, you need to begin in the obvious place. Okay, what we call the appearance reality distinction, right? So metaphysics is a study of reality, but you must first understand this reality. All right. This means that we have to look at appearances, things that appear to the senses, and then ask ourselves, what do we mean by it being real? So things as they seem to the senses. At a distance, it appears to be a horse, and you get closer, and it is a horse. The reality, it is a horse. But notice that is the same sort of thing. I mean, you see at a distance like a horse, you get close, and it's still a horse. But at a distance, did you know it was a horse? What's the distinction there? Very subtle distinction here. When you get close, you can confirm not only the external features, but the movement of the animal itself, its appearance, the way it's looking. And when you do that, you confirm something. You went beyond the sense experience to confirm the identity of that creature. And then with that confirmation, you get to claim that it actually is a horse. So the essence of metaphysics is this idea that that which appears to be and that which is. And the horse example is a good illustration. The ancient philosophers, when they began to pursue this idea, they were saying, I have not a horse, but I have an olive tree there. But where does I experience it, I know the olive tree is real. But what is underneath it all? Why is it an olive tree? Why is it an olive tree and not an apple tree? All right. So underneath it all, the question is the first question was, what is it made of? What are olive trees made of? Is what olive trees made of different from what horses are made of? So they was asking for information or knowledge that was beyond their sense experiences. And that became what was known as reality. I'm trying to figure that thing out there that's beyond my sense experiences. And I'm going to have to reason and argue for it because it is beyond my sense experiences. For example, when I say I see the horse, and then at a distance, and it looks like a horse, it appears to be a horse, I get closer. When I get closer, I'm using knowledge beyond my sense experience to identify that creature as a horse. Suppose I get really, really close, and it's not a horse, it's a donkey. Okay? When I'm doing that, my mind is going deeper. Or suppose I see a horse at a distance, I get up to it, and it still appears to be a horse, but it's not really a horse. Okay, it's a statue of a horse, well painted at a distance like a real horse. I get close up there and I realize it's not a real horse. What does that mean? I am now using my senses to perceive that what's underneath that, what this thing is made of. It's not really thing that produces flesh and blood. See, it's so subtle, you don't see that I am not using my senses because I cannot see inside that statue there. But I'm doing some inductive reasoning here, and I'm sensing it's not moving, boom, okay. And if I could touch it, boom, okay, I can confirm. So I'm going beyond my sense experience and making the claim about what's inside that creature I'm looking at. I'm doing it. I am going beyond my senses to confirm that's a real horse. In reality, it happened so quick, right? It happened so quick, and you say it's real. This is the challenge of metaphysics. When you begin to discuss things like the existence of God, or the reality of string theory, or the reality of time travel, and things of that nature, you're beginning with topics that are subtle in the first place. You don't even look at. There's nothing physical to grapple with, and so you already begin in a very abstract way. So we begin metaphysics by understanding the obvious, straightforward answer. I can see things with my senses at a distance, but when I get close, is it really that thing? Is it really that thing? My mind has to go beyond that. I have to perceive something. beyond that to make that claim that it really is what it is. And this is where it begins. Metaphysics begins right here.